beach. It was 4 guys living in that. It was kind of like a bit of a, that was the time of our lives. It really was. It was the best. That's Mooney's Bay right there. That's where the Rideau Canal, Dow's Lake. Right there, it's Mooney's Bay Beach. Dow's Lake is right where the end of the Rideau Canal comes into that. You can skate right to it pretty much. Yeah. They usually freeze it over and people skating on it, but I guess this year it's just too warm. So I'm in old, it was back in the 1993, 92, 93 when I lived back in here. I think it was 93, 94 actually. I lived back here. It's kind of a beautiful area of the city. If you want to say an area of the city is beautiful. It's old residential places that like there's really old buildings here. Ridgewood High down there is where my drummer went to school. My old house is still there. There's a building. Don't tell me they tore it down. No. Okay, good. That's my old house. I used to live in that Norman Bates looking house. But look at the buildings they built around it. There's St. Patrick's old age home there. I guess they must have extended it. Hogsback Falls are over here. Now, I do got to kind of pay attention to the road. It's not like up home. But I do notice a lot of people kind of drive all over the road down around this city. I'll take this center lane because that turns off on Brookfield. And I don't want to turn off on Brookfield. I just want to follow Riverside. Although, the reason why it's called Riverside is it actually follows, it should be called Canal Side because it really technically follows the canal, not a river. I mean, if you want to get technical. Yes. I can't believe I got this drink here. It's a Tama snare. So I did a bit of mix matching. And the guy set me up well though. Like he was like I told him like I didn't want to break the bank, obviously. I told him we got to build a drum kit for this range. So there's a lot of things that I said we're going to start here and then we're going to play process of elimination, right? And, you know, like, I spent a little more on the snare than the one I had chosen. But I'll probably be happy with that snare for at least the next 10 years. You know what I mean? So it gives me time to save up for a better snare later on. So, you know, I'm trying to get something that, if you have to live with it, you can do everything you want. He says, that one's nice, like, it's good for the metal. You know, like, this is a heavy metal, very, maybe not focused, but it's not a jazz kit, it's a rock kit, metal kit kind of thing. I did not get the double kick pedal yet, but I got just the normal kick pedal for the hardware pack. Watch this big guy. He's going whether I want him to or not. You bastard. Look what you did. You slowed me down. I'm trying to get out of the city. You ever see Homer Simpson when he's trying to get out of New York City? That's how I am right now. Honk, honk, honk. Punch, punch, punch. Gas, gas, gas. Yeah. Our A Center here, they used to have handgun shooting in here. Yeah, I know, in the city of Ottawa. Who would have thunk? They have all kinds of like Olympic stuff in it, and it's like a sportsplex in there. Anything you think of. They got a velodrome in there. They've got track. They've got indoor golf. Everything you need to entertain yourself. I said to one of the guys, I said, I live up in this up in the country. He goes, oh, nice and quiet. I said, well, not anymore. got a kick out of that. It's like, well, yeah. So, yeah, it used to be nice and quiet, but I got a drum kit now. It's not. Yeah, the town's gonna know I got a drum kit. The town is going to know that. I'll break the news to them through some blast beats. But now that puts me on to, okay, yes, I'm going to build out the kit over the years. But it puts me on to, just got to watch the hardware and everything here. It puts me on to the piano keyboard thing next, and I can do a full symphonic metal thing. And then, you know, like upgrade mics, upgrade. So there's always a upgrade thing, but I don't really like upgrading. I really don't. I like buying it and being done with it and just focus on the music. You know what I mean? Because you can buy gear and more gear and more gear, and like, how much do you really need? As long as it's doing the job you need, and doing it well, you typically need not want. Yeah, that's a crazy bastard. Honk, 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 punch, 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 gas, gas, gas. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure the guy behind you is saying, why is this guy driving so slow? I got my first drum kit here, man. And I'm crossing Bank Street, which is just absolute maniacville here. Could let him in, but this is a very bad intersection for people smacking into each other, so. Plus with construction. This time of day, do not go down Bank Street. You will be sitting there, and the pedestrians do not look where they're going at all. They'll just walk out, like the traffic will be moving this fast, they'll just run out. You know? I saw that. A friend of mine used to live in Cabot Street over here. Yeah, used to jam at his house over here, where my old drummer used to live. Kind of like a bit of a memory lane kind of thing happening today. But right now we're about halfway through the city. Like Riverside is probably the quickest way to get through the city. That guy's been sitting there since 1972. I don't know that for sure, but if I had to guess at it. Pleasant Park, yeah, used to. My motorbike would come down here, and it would never set off the freaking pressure plate. You would sit at that light for like eons. Like, this is my third life, guys, because I died 3 times sitting there waiting for that light. Oh, ambulance. So the only area where I'm worried about for traffic is Montreal Road, crossing Montreal Road onto Old St. Pat. But if I'm close enough to La Belle Province at that point, I guess, yeah, brakes, parachute, parachute. Yeah, red means stop. Remember, these are Ontario terms, not Quebec terms. Quebec. That guy was. If that was a Quebec plate, that guy would have just kept going. There's no one coming. Right? Never worried about the guy ahead of me. It's the guys behind me. I only cut one. I did pretty good first time back driving in the city, and well, when we get out of the city. But so far, I've only cut off one person. No, I only got cut off once. But I usually see it coming, so, you know, it's like I only do that to people if I have absolutely no choice. You know what I mean? But I always usually sit in the slow lane anyway, so it doesn't matter. Everybody's always, the cutoffs, or when you're trying to squeeze, oh, I forgot to turn over there. So yeah, I did miss the Longham-McQuaid turnoff the first time around, so I lost about 20 minutes making the U-E there, but I was like, I'm sure it was right here, and then I went past, I was like, ah! Because it's like, it's right, it's almost right as you turn, right? And if you don't see it, like, you don't see it until you pass it, right? It's one of those, like, there's no big road sign saying, yeah, Longham-McQuaid down here. I remember the first time I had to find, because that's, well, it's not new, they've been there for about 10 years now, but I remember their first time,